let's say for this trick, I hand the deck over to the spectator, and they can give it a nice shuffle. After they're done, they can hand the cards back, and I can actually show them that all of the cards are different. After we have done this, I explained that we're going to try to find a card together. So I'm going to look through the deck and just see if I can actually pick up on a card. So I think between red and black, while the top card is black and the bottom card is black, I think we might actually have a red card. Now between let's see here, hearts and diamonds. Let's see if I can cut to either hearts or diamonds. That's a spade, and the next one is a club. So let's try this one more time. We get a heart, we get a spade. Because that's a heart, we'll go with a diamond, okay? Now this might actually mess up because I cut to a heart, but I'm going to stick with a diamond. And for either picture or number, I'm going to go with a number. So I think the 8 of diamonds we're going to have. So now to find the 8 of diamonds, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give the spectator about half of the deck, and they can go ahead and really shuffle these as much as they would like. And while they're shuffling their packet, I'm going to shuffle my packet as well. Perfect. And the spectator can put the rest of their packet on top. So now to find the 8 of diamonds, we're going to start by dealing some cards and see if this can help us out. Okay, so first thing I'm going to actually let you know is if we do this face down, it might be a little difficult. So let's do this face up here. So I'm going to deal a packet of cards face up, and I'll stop when I get a good feeling about the cards we have. So here I go. I'll stop right there. So now with this packet of cards, all the spectator has to do is really just name any one they see here. So let's say they named a 2, but keep in mind it can really be a card. So because the spectator had a free choice of actually naming a card, I'm going to deal through the cards, and I'm going to stop when I think I've come across a card. Now, if I don't happen to actually uh, get a sense of a card, we're going to use the 2. So you'll see what I mean here. I'm not picking up anything here out of all of these cards. So I think maybe the 2 was right for what you selected. With the 8 of diamonds was second from the top. Let's count. That's 1, and this is 2. I'm going to show you the rest of the cards here you could have had. Okay, I'll actually spread these down here. We said 8 of diamonds, you had 2, and just like this, the 8 of diamonds. So, that is today's effect. If you would like to learn how to do this, make sure to stick around for the tutorial. Alright, so as you can see, that performance is a little long, but it's not too long. So, before we actually get into how to do this, I actually saw this on a Sean Devine's YouTube channel. So that's the first thing I'm going to let you know. So I'm going to leave the video he actually made of this trick down below in the description. And I'm also going to leave his channel down below as well. And this trick can also be found in his book, Divinations. Now, this is called Big Figure, and this version I'm showing you, he actually made some variations to it. So this is like the new and improved trick, but this is actually found here in Divinations on page, uh, big figure, page 30. So if I flip open to 30, right here, big figure. So I'll leave a link down below to my book review on this. I go over this book. And in case you're wondering about the deck I'm using, I've used these a few times. These are actually the Sea Green Keepers by Illusionist. I'm going to leave that deck review down below. And make sure you stick around to the end, because I'm going to show you some variations of how to do this. I'm going to show you some outs and how you can even have the spectator select a card. And at the end, when going through the whole trick, that prediction card is actually the spectator selection. Okay, and then in the next video, I'm going to show you a few math tricks, which are like a few variations. Okay, so I'm going to show you one math trick in the next video, and then the very next video, another math trick, and so on and so forth. So yeah, without wasting any more time, let's get straight into this. So you're going to need 52 cards, first of all. So take out the jokers and take out the add cards. Once you have 52, you're all set. So you can start off by handing the deck over to the spectator, and they can really shuffle this. After they're done shuffling the deck, they're going to hand the cards back to you. You're going to spread them face up, showing that they're all different. The only thing you want to do is look at the bottom card and remember it. So in this case, we have the 8 of diamonds again. Now, I'm actually going to switch it with the ace of diamonds, just so you can see that it really works with any card, okay? And plus, ace of diamonds is my favorite card. So, I'm going to leave this face up for now, but obviously it would be face down. So right here, we have the ace of diamonds. So after you remember that second card from the bottom, you explain, or you don't explain actually, you're going to predict a card, and all you're going to predict is that second card from the bottom, okay? So you can really do this however you want. Go back to my performance and watch what I did there, okay? Because you don't want to say ace of diamonds like you already knew it. You want it to sound random and like you're coming up with it on the spot. But after you say the ace of diamonds, you can cut the deck about in half and give the top half to the spectator. Now this half, the spectator can really shuffle. This half, you have your card second from the bottom. So while the spectator is giving these a shuffle, here's what you're going to do. You're going to give these a random shuffle, but it's actually not. You're going to overhand shuffle 10 cards from the top of the deck to the bottom. Now, I will leave a link down below in the description to the overhand shuffle, but I'm not going to teach it. So this is going to be slowed down, obviously, but go back to my performance so you can practice how you're going to perform this as well, so you can get some good hints and everything. But it might actually look something like this. I'm going to count out loud, but in real life, you wouldn't count out loud. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Once you have these 10 cards, you're going to throw the rest of the pile on top. So now the card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12th from the bottom. And then the spectator can plop their cards on top as well. So now you explain that you're both going to try to find the ace of diamonds, but in order to do this, you need to deal some cards. So you're going to deal just 6 cards on the table, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you don't have to count out loud, okay? Because the spectator can see this is 6. But so you're going to deal some cards, okay? So make it look like it's not a big deal how many you deal. And then you can say, okay, actually, if we do this face down, it might be a little hard to actually find the card face down. So let's do it face up. So you're going to take the rest of the deck and place it on top of the cards. And now you're going to deal a pile face up. So you're going to deal 14 cards. So you're going to start really fast at the beginning, then slow down near the end, because you want it to look like you're actually getting a sense of a card. Okay? So once again, check out my performance, but it might look something like this. And keep in mind, I'm not counting out loud during the performance. I'm going to do this in my head. But for this tutorial, I'll count out loud here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then if you notice, I was hesitant to take off the 14th card. I think I even spread over the 15th, but eventually I took over the 14th. So either way you want to go about this, you just need 14 cards on the table. So after you have this, you now explain to the spectator that they can really choose any one of these cards they would like. I'm going to go over all of the possibilities at the end, but for now I'm going to go over the numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? So those 8 numbers, if I count it right, I'm going to go over right now. So let's say they choose number 2. In your head, all you're going to do is you're going to take a 10 and subtract it from 2. It's real easy math here. If they choose a court card or even a 10, is even easier. And probably the aces are the easiest, okay? But it's real simple. So whatever number they have, subtract it from 2. So in this case, it would be 8. And you're going to do actually 2 deals, okay, in one straight deal. So here's what I mean. So you explain that you're going to deal through the cards, and you're going to stop when you think you've come across a good card. But here's what you're going to do. In your head, you're first going to count the answer to this problem. 10 minus 2 is 8. So deal 8 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And obviously when you're doing this, don't count out loud and don't stop either. Make this look random. So once you get to 8, don't stop. You're going to start counting again, but this time backwards from 10. And if you turn over a card, let's say number 9, and you happen to say 9, that is going to be your card. So essentially, it's going to be a match. So if I say 10, and this was a 10, this would be my card. So here's what I mean. So we're going to start 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, because you didn't get a match there, what you're going to do here is you're going to put 1 extra card on top to cap it, and that's the whole effect. And if we count 2, 1, 2, here's the ace of diamonds. So now you can turn this deck over, put these on top and say, okay, I'm not getting a good feeling about any of these cards, but I think your card actually was right. So how about we count 2 for the ace of diamonds? 1, and then the second card will be their ace of diamonds. So that was the effect. I hope you really enjoyed that. And now I'm going to go over some variations about what if you match a card with the number you say, what if they pick out a court card and the ace, how to control the spectator's selection. I'm going to go over all of that right now. So here we go. So let's say the spectator is going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's say the 5 of diamonds, okay? So let's say you did the trick and you controlled the card 12th from the bottom now, using that shuffle procedure. You are now going to count 6 cards, okay? So say we're going to deal some cards. So We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you can explain that dealing face down is a little hard, so let's deal face up. Okay, and now you're going to deal 14 cards face up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And now the spectator can really choose any of these cards. So now I'm going to go over the 10, the jack, the king, and the queen here. Let's say they choose my second favorite card. I have two favorite cards, the ace of diamonds and the king of hearts. So let's say they choose the king. Well, it doesn't matter if they choose the king, the jack, the 10, or even the queen, because you explain that all of these cards are going to be worth 10 anyway. And you know in your mind, 10 minus 10 is 0. So therefore, you don't need to add any cards on top or do any math. Okay, it's that easy. But you do need to start counting back from 10. So let's hope we get a match here. So you say, okay, I'm going to start dealing. I'm going to stop when I think I've come across a card to help us. So you can go 10. And right off the bat, you know court cards are 10. So you can put that down and say, okay, I'm going to stop right here. And now if we add these up, 10 plus 10 is 20. Our card should be 20th from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, just like that. That's really, there is all to it. It's that easy. If this happened to be a 2 and you said 2, you would do 10 plus 2, which is 12, okay? 10 plus 5 would be 15, so on and so forth. But yeah, how easy is that? And now I'm actually going to show you the spectator selection and what to do if they choose the ace. So let's hope we have the ace here. So let's say they choose a card. It doesn't matter. Let's say they choose the, look at that, ace of diamonds. We're probably going to switch it out with one of the other cards, okay? Just so you can see how this works. But you're going to want to control this either second from the bottom if you're going to do the whole trick with the shuffling, or 12th from the bottom if you want to do the 6 cards and then proceed with those steps. So I'm going to show you both ways, really. So the first way, I'm going to keep this face up. Obviously, it would be face down. You're going to do it the milk shuffle. Now, I taught the milk shuffle in the overhand shuffle video, so I'm not going to teach it, but essentially, you're going to squeeze the top and bottom cards, and then you can shuffle the rest on top, okay? So now, this controls it second from the bottom. So now you can cut the deck in half, and then you can shuffle your 10 cards to the bottom and continue with the trick that way. Well, let's say you want to put it in the 12th position, deal the 6 cards, put the deck on top, and then continue with the trick. Here's what you can do. You can spread over the cards in groups of 3, while actually saying, as you can see, all of the cards are face down. You shuffle these, and I even shuffle these, so there's no way we should be able to find your card. And while saying this, you're going to count 3, 6, 9. So 3 groups of 3, 3, 6, 9. One more for 10. Keep your index finger on it, and then you can continue spreading. Once you're done spreading, what you're going to do is you're going to spread right back up. So you're going to square up the deck, lift up your index finger with that break, put your pinky in, and the rest on top. So now these are the 10 cards. And then you can go ahead and give these a double undercut, which I will leave a link for down below as well. So now if we did this right, they should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, just like that. So I'll go over that real quick one more time. Spread over in groups of 3. 1, 2, 3. So 3, 6, 9. One more card. Put your index finger there. Lift up and square up. And make sure your pinky goes in there. And then you can square up everything. And then you can give this a double undercut, which I'll leave a link for. And then you're all set. So you're going to deal the 6 cards like this. Put the deck on top. And then you can deal 14 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And now they're actually going to have a choice of any card. I think I saw the ace in there, right here. So this is actually easy math. All you're going to do with this ace is 10 minus 1, which is 9. So you're going to deal 9 and then jump right into that, counting back from 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7. So you don't stop, you don't take a pause. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9. Actually 10 right there, because jacks, queens, and kings are worth 10. And then you can explain that this is my card, this is your card. 10 plus 1 is 11. So this gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the 11th card is the ace of diamonds. So that was the effect. That was Big Figure. I hope you really enjoyed this effect. Let me know what you think about this effect. Check out Sean's YouTube channel down below. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next video with a trick similar to Big Figure. I'll see you then. Bye.